Have you ever wondered what really happens if you don't eat well? I found out the hard way that when your body needs something, missing nutrients, for example, it will get them, and it will take them from the places where they're naturally stored. I'm Patty, one of your target leaders, and I've been trying to find a solution to a problem that I've had. I started really trying to lose weight, and while I was succeeding at that, I lost something else, my hair. It started slow. We all shed in the shower, right? But I found myself with clumps of hair coming out every time I washed it. So today I'm going to ask you for a few minutes of your time while I talk to you about my own journey with malnutrition, how I knew what it was, and ways that I was able to recover. You need at least 80 grams of protein a day to properly fuel your body. According to Stanford Medicine, a 150-pound adult needs 80 to 110 grams of protein a day. According to the National Library of Medicine, women between the ages of 20 to 39 only consume 75 grams of protein a day or less, and it gets worse as we get older. After starting GLP-1 medication for weight loss, my protein intake dropped drastically, and within 3 months, I started losing my hair due to malnutrition. Not getting enough protein in your day can wreak havoc on your body. When deprived of a protein from its only source, your nutrition, your body starts taking protein from places that it's stored, like your hair, your skin, your nails, and eventually your organs. Not getting enough protein over an extended period of time can do irreversible damage to your body. Now, obviously, we as adults need to get more protein in our life. In this day and age where everything is posted on social media, there's a spotlight on our physical appearance, but it's also on our physical health. So foods with boosted proteins are everywhere. You can find extra protein Cheez-Its, protein chips, protein oatmeal, and even Starbucks has a protein coffee now with protein cold foam, but those options only give you 11 grams of protein, 18 grams of protein, and 20 grams of protein. Even the super duper alley-ooper healthiest option that Starbucks has to offer, their iced sugar-free vanilla protein matcha, adding in their chocolate protein cold foam to help it taste less like chalk, gives you a whopping 50 grams of protein. But it also gives you 340 calories, 17 grams of sugar, and 7 grams of fat. But because we added chocolate cold foam, your grand total comes to 690 calories, 48 grams of sugar, and 23 grams of pure delicious fat, and you haven't even eaten anything yet. Or we could try my option. Knock out over half your daily protein quota with Devour's Big Bowl Frozen Spicy Gochujang Pork Mac and Cheese. It meets over half Stanford Medicine's minimum protein need of 80 grams of protein with 42 grams of protein in one serving. It has only 11 grams of sugar compared to the Starbucks Not So Lean Green Protein Machine's 48 grams of sugar. And it's a delicious comfort food that we all love, paired with the Korean-style spicy gochujang pork, which is less spicy than most ramen out there. To really get the protein that I needed in a day, I sat down and researched the foods that I loved. I spent hours making meal plans. I spent more time cooking them. And then I saw somebody eating this in the break room, and I was floored. Half my protein in one meal, and it was so good. Devour's Spicy Gochujang Pork Mac and Cheese will help you reach your protein goals and change your life. It doesn't have the powdery, chalky taste that most protein-boosted foods have. It's creamy and cheesy and has juicy little flakes of pieces of pork that taste like they were prepared in a Michelin restaurant, not your microwave. Target reviews from guests are 4.4 with over 80% of reviews 4 out of 5 or 5 stars. Sweet, spicy, delicious, yummy and spicy, so yummy. When have you ever heard someone talk about meeting a critical nutrition need using the word yummy so much? Why keep letting your body take your protein stores from your hair or your nails or your most critical organs? Devour's Spicy Gochujang Pork Mac and Cheese is the best option to save you time, save your taste buds, and save your hair. So we saw why we need protein, ways we can get it, and what those options look like. We found one option that stood out from the rest. Now I'm going to tell you how to get it. When this presentation is over, I want you all to get up, walk out that door, go to the sales floor, turn right, walk down aisle D35, go to the first freezer on the left, and take one Devour Big Bowl Frozen Spicy Gochujang Pork Mac and Cheese. Walk up to the register. The cashier is going to ring you up. Use your Target app to pay. Go to one of the microwaves in this room. Follow the instructions on the box. Cook your mac and cheese. Enjoy the best mac and cheese that you've ever tasted after 6 short minutes in the microwave. So we learned what happens when we don't get the protein and nutrients that our bodies need. We saw some ways to meet that need, but none of them were perfect. Some weren't enough protein, some were nasty tasting, and some were so bad for us in other ways it didn't even matter. Then we found Devour's Big Bowl Frozen Spicy Gochujang Pork Mac and Cheese. It offered over half of what we need for the day in one meal. You guys are my team, and I care about you. Your leaders ask a lot of you. Your guests need you to be healthy, happy, and available to help. Working a mid isn't easy. You have barely any time for breakfast. You get your lunch super duper late, and when you do get home, it's too late to eat dinner. So do yourself a favor, hit your protein goals so you can enjoy your day off after you leave. So thank you for your time, and go eat.